everybody. We're back. My next guest tonight won 2 NBA championships with the New York Knicks during the 60s and 70s. And this year, he's going to be leaving his post in the Senate after 18 years of service. He's also written his 3rd book, which is entitled Time Present, Time Past. Please welcome, folks, Senator Bill Bradley. You just almost started a fight with me here. You come out here, I was impressed. I said, how tall are you? And you went, 2 inches taller than you, and shoved me. Right. You don't think that's going to happen when a U.S. senator comes out here?
Well, I wanted to make some news.
You got to do better than that. You got to push someone around a little bigger than that. Take a swing at Jonathan Silverman right now.
Oh,
there you go.
No. Jonathan's an old friend.
Oh, good.
By the way, he's got Armani, I got J.C. Penney.
J.C. Penney.
Right.
That's a classy outfit, I understand. Very nice.
Yes, stripes.
Well, thanks very much for coming. How tall are you, by the way?
6'5".
6'5", all right.
Yeah.
So you could kick my ass in a second, right? You wouldn't have to think about it.
What is this thing and this physical thing you're into?
I
just don't understand.
I want to fight a U.S. senator right now. It's just a dream of mine to actually go toe-to-toe with a U.S. senator and be beaten to a pulp.
There are a few that you could beat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who do you think I could take in the Senate?
Most anybody, I guess. There's a slight age differential.
Okay, good. All right, I've got that on my side. Well, let's talk about, there's a lot to talk about here, but as you may know, I'm from Boston. And you've got a bit of a reputation there because of the Celtics. Right. And you playing the Celtics. Right. And you were actually matched up against, in the 60s and 70s, one of the great Celtics players, Havlicek.
That's right.
And you guys were put up against each other. And there are still people in Boston, I guess, who bear you ill will about that. Do you find that?
I find that that's very true. In fact, one time I was giving a political speech in Baltimore, of all places, and I was speaking in a big hall, and I looked in the back of the hall, and here was some guy pointing his finger at me like this and walking toward me, and he got close enough I could tell what he was going to say, and he was saying, "Bradley, you held Havlicek."
I feel like that's all over now. I'm a U.S. senator. Let's talk about the big issues.
And the radio announcer there practiced character assassination long before I got into politics.
So this toughened you. It got you ready for it.
Got me ready.
Very cool. All right. Well, what did you think about playing? Because the Garden, you know, is gone. There's no more. The Boston Garden, they built a new one, actually, right next door. Do you have fond memories of Boston Garden? Was that a pleasant place for you?
Fond memories of the Boston Garden. Well, let's see. April playoff days, Eastern Finals, 50 degrees outside, Knicks versus Celtics, 7th game. Arrive at the Garden about 2 hours before the Garden.
Have some chowder.
Chowder. 2 hours before the game begins, they usher us into the visitors' locker room. It is 85 degrees in the visitors' locker room. And lo and behold, nobody can find the janitor to open the windows. So there we are, pre-game, sitting in this locker room that's 85 degrees, going out on the court, totally sapped before we get there. Welcome to the Boston Garden.
That's the secret that Boston, that's why the Celtics were so successful, is they would keep the locker room at like 110 degrees, get the players to sweat it all out of them. They'd often collapse during the game. That's a little-known secret. That was the secret of and the new Boston Garden is going to employ a new technology, solar heating lamps.
Right, so they actually get a tan at the same time. Huh?
Cook the team, yeah, very nice. What about, you played for was it in the 64?
64 Olympics.
64 Olympics?
Right. I played on the United States team. We won the gold medal. I was, it was a long time ago.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, not bad. I remember that game because I figured we'd end up playing the Soviet Union in the final game. So I wanted to make sure that I was prepared. So I went to a Russian professor at college, and I said, "Can you give me a few words I could use in Russian in case I get into trouble out there?" And he said, "Well, what do you want to know in Russian?" And I said, "Well, how about, hey, big fella, watch out," right? So he gave me some words.
Gee, they might think you're coming on to them. They might not know.
He gave me some words in Russian.
Yeah,
We go out, we are playing the Soviets at the final of the Olympics, and my man was 6'7", 240 on my present height, weighed about 195, and he cracked me with an elbow up along my upper chest and lower neck, and I kind of fell back. Regained my voice, remember what the professor said, looked at this guy in the eye and said, "Budcha ostroshna," which liberally translated means, "Hey, big fella, watch out." Now, a funny thing happened. Up until that moment, the Soviets had called all their plays verbally, right? Mm-hmm. But because they thought I understood Russian, they stopped calling it crazy. So we went on to win a gold medal.
Completely psyched them out. Very nice. Very cool. That's a great strategy. Did you ever learn much more about Russian, or that was enough? That's all you needed to know, is just that one?
That's all you needed to know.
All right.